Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new video. And today we're gonna be looking at all of my yellow eyeshadows in my collection. It's not gonna be that long of a video because I don't think I have that many yellow eyeshadows, but to be honest, I haven't picked out the palettes yet for my collection, so maybe it's gonna be a lot, who knows. But yeah, we're gonna look at my singles, my palettes that have yellow eyeshadows, and I'm gonna swatch it all for you and show you how that all looks like. So hopefully that's something that interests you. And in case you're new here, hi, my name's Sasha. I love indie makeup, I love colorful makeup, I love eyeshadows especially, and lately I've been trying to do these videos. We've already released green eyeshadows, orange eyeshadows, purple, blue. So this is another part of this series. Definitely let me know what other color you think I should do. If you have any suggestions or any colors that I haven't done yet. And obviously, since I'm constantly getting new palettes into my collection, eventually I'm gonna have to revisit these videos and show you the current state. But for today we're gonna look at yellows. I feel like that's a very appropriate color for the middle of summer. And I hope you're gonna be enjoying these, and I hope it's gonna bring you a lot of happy thoughts. So that's everything, and let's set up the camera and let me show you all the shades that I have. Okay, so I kind of have this huge chimney of products. I'm just gonna have them here on the side so that they don't bother us, and maybe on the other side, and we're just gonna go through them one by one, and I'm gonna show you all the shades. So first I have the Micka Beauty Shop Serpent palette. This was in collaboration with Martha's Makeup, and as you can see, there's this beautiful neon yellow that I love. It's such a fun shade for pretty much any look. It is so cool. So let me swatch that for you. It's really nice. Obviously it looks better with primer. It gets more vibrant. And then there's this shade called Transformation, which I think I'm gonna put it here, and it kind of has pink, green, gold shift. It's kind of really cool. I don't know, maybe how did I do? Oh yeah, I never know how to do these things. So yeah, there's gold in it as well, and also pink and green. So I love that multi-chrome, and it's so pretty. Then I have the Gourmande Girls and Doodles by the Bunny Haunted palette, which is last year's, last Halloween's palette. And there are two matte yellows. One is more vibrant, and one is more kind of I don't know, cooler toned. So this one is the brighter one, kind of more orangey one, and the other one is a little bit more white based and not as vibrant and not as bright. You can see that this one is kind of mixture of these two kind of. So those are the two beautiful matte shades, and I do love the yellows in this palette. They're so fun and they're so cute. And these are definitely my favorite yellows in my collection. Then again, Gourmande Girls and Doodles by the Bunny, I have the Nightshade palette. We have this matte yellow, which is pretty similar to the previous yellow. When I swatch them next to each other, you can see that they're very similar. And there's also this shimmer yellow, which is just so gorgeous. It's yellow to green duochrome, so I think now it looks more yellowy orange for you, and for me it looks green. Let me try to. God, I always forget how to do these things, I swear. I don't know, can you see the green somehow? Maybe slightly. Yeah, I think you could see the green a little bit. So this one is a very fun palette, And I love this one with the purples as well, because like I just think that yellow looks so beautiful with purple. It's one of my favorite combinations. It's not like monochromatic or like, you know, similar colors. And I have this palette. This is the Unearthly Fall Magic palette. This is the like re-release from last year, or like the revamped palette. And this one is like a grungy yellow. It's kind of like yucky yellow, but I love this shade. Like I genuinely love shades like these. But I know that for a lot of people this is definitely not like a popular shade. And then a couple of these shimmers also have like goldy yellow flavor, but I don't think we need them. But I do love this shade. It's kind of like, it has a bit of green in it as well, and I love that. And we have this palette. This is the A Little Ghost palette by Oden's Eye in collaboration with Angelica. This is their last year's Halloween bundle. And you have this gorgeous, gorgeous yellow. This is again like super neon yellow, even more neon than the first shade from Micka. You can see like now it's kind of darker outside, or like, you know, cloudy. You can see that it's genuinely like super vibrant, and it really shines. So that's this one. Then the Trick or Treat palette from the same collection. This is beautiful shimmer. So we have this called Mommy's Curse. And Mommy's Curse is kind of like pale yellow, light gold. And then you have Full Moon, which is kind of like yellowy orange. And they both are very pretty. So that's Oden's Eye. Then I also have the original Hella from 2 years ago. And you have this shade, which is kind of like in between yellow and green. But I think it has more yellow than green. But you can definitely see that there's like a little bit of green there as well. And yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful shade. I do love that one very much. It's also very bright. It's amazing for the inner corner. And then you have also this shade, which is kind of like again, kind of like a grungy yellow. I'll put it here. Maybe you will see it, maybe you won't. But yeah, it's kind of like a grungy yellow. It has a lot of like kind of greenish in it. And we have this palette by Glam Shop. This is the Sorbetti palette. And you have this shade, which is just so stunning because it's a multi-chrome. And it's like blue, green, gold. It's so pretty. I don't know how well you will see the shifts. Maybe we're gonna try the mirror again. Can you see something in the mirror? This is like really bad. Bad way to show it. But yeah, so it has like a light yellow base and then a lot of different shifts throughout it. But when I use it with this shade, it looks very yellow. So it's also like what you use that with. And I have a couple singles. Then from singles, I have this called Millenario, and I don't know, this is kind of like orangey yellow with like goldy pink sparkled through it. So I don't really know how to, like, you can see that there's like goldy orange in there. And yeah, it really depends on what you have underneath. So that's Millenario by Micka Beauty Shop. Then I have this Colourpop Sweet as Can Be palette. It's the collaboration with Winnie the Pooh, and you have this shade, which is so pretty. It's called Think, Think, Think. And this one is like a basic like orangey yellow. It's kind of similar to these, but it has a bit more yellow in it, and it's beautiful. I think it really fits this color story. And then you also have the Make Believe, which is like a shimmer. It's more like a gold, but you know, since we're doing yellows, I'm not gonna do like one video about gold shades because that would be like 2 minutes long. So yeah, it's a really beautiful like goldy yellow shade. Then we have the Uden's Eye Salmona 2 eyeshadow palette, and you have this kind of like yellowy orange matte, which I don't know. I think it's a bit more orange than yellow, but I wanted to mention it because I know that some people call this yellow, like when I was watching reviews and stuff. So yeah, it's definitely the most orange out of all of them. And I don't know if you would count this shade because it's kind of like iridescent with a little bit of gold in it. It also has like a little bit of like greenish sometimes, so I don't know if you would count that. That's a very personal thing. I have a couple shades here. I think these are all from Glam Shop. The God, what was it called? Like, it was a big colorful palette. I will put it on the screen. I don't remember what it is. And then I have this shade, which is from Micka Beauty Shop, and this is Chandelier. And again, it has like yellow base, or kind of goldy yellow base, and then the flip is kind of like blue. I don't know if you will see that. I don't know if you can like see when I'm kind of when there's like the shade from when there's the shadow from the mirror. I think you can kind of see that there's a little bit of blue in it, and I think on the eyes it does show the blue quite a bit. Then I have the Christmas Eve palette by Uden's Eye. This is their Christmas palette 2 years ago. So I have this yellow, just kind of very pale yellow, and this one is really interesting formula because it's matte but with slight shimmer, but not like shimmer. It's just like it looks kind of cream. I think it looks creamy. And then you have this shade called Snow Light. And where am I gonna put you? I'm gonna put you here, which is very beautiful, like pale yellow shimmer that doesn't look too gold. Like, it looks more yellow than gold, and I do like that. So I think that's really cool. Then in this palette I have this shade, which is from Colourpop, and it's called Big Smiles, and it's like a single shade, so you can get it as a single. And as you can see, it's a very nice yellow that I don't really have here because it has a little bit of sparkle through it, but I think it's the most similar. Well, what is it the most similar to? Maybe these two shades, which were the Gourmande Girls shades. I think that's the closest to it. So yeah, Big Smiles. Now we're getting to the end. I have this Airbending by Legend of Korra, from the Legend of Korra palette from Colourpop. And this one, again, it's one of those yellows that's like kind of orangey. You know, it's like, it's not as orange as the Salmona shade, but it's more orange than the Gourmande Girls. Like, it's kind of, you know, it has, there are layers to it. And I have the Cosmic Brushes Delicious Delights. And you have kind of two options. There's this shade called Zesty, which is like something between neon and pastel, and it's kind of like yellowy green. You know, like when you have neon yellow, it always has a bit of green in it. So this one also, and I think it's kind of similar to the shade in Hella. It's actually almost, well, the Hella is a little bit paler, I think, not as loud. And then you have Buttercream, which is the kind of like buttery yellowy orange. It's beautiful. So there you go. Then we have the Moonshroom palette by Lunar Beauty. As you can tell, I have a lot of mattes. Matte yellows, not that many shimmer yellows, because I prefer yellow as a matte. Usually with shimmers it's always gold, and I don't like gold that much. I just want like yellow, and that's kind of hard to tell, hard to come by. But I'm using the shade Honeysuckle, and as you can see, it's super vibrant, yellowy orange slightly, but it's very, very vibrant. I don't know what would be similar. I don't think we have similar shades to this one. Similar shade to this one, actually, which is exciting. I love having shades that don't look like anything else that I have. And then also we have the Fairy's Wings, which is like a goldy. As you can see, it's a very much golden shimmer. And then, I don't know, Lion's Mane is more orange, so I don't think I have to swatch that. And then last palette, unless I've forgotten something, which I have 4 palettes packed for my trip to Poland, so maybe there's like 1 shade in there, but I don't think so. Maybe in the Ireland palette by Nomad, I think there's like 1 gold shimmer, but I'm not gonna be taking that out. But we have the Colourpop and Pokemon, the Palette no, not Palette Palette Down. I always forget that. And you have this beautiful matte called Saffron City that I love a lot, and it has a little bit of sparkle in it. It's kind of similar to the shade Big Smiles that I swatched earlier from Colourpop. But you can see like there's a little bit more, it's a little bit more paler. And you have this glitter called Champion. And it's beautiful, and it has a little bit of like pink in it as well. It's very stunning. I love this shade. Like, yeah, it's very pretty. And then I guess also this Elite 4, which is kind of like goldy, beigey, yellowy shade. I don't really know where to put it. Like, it's not, I don't know, it's kind of like pale gold, maybe. Would you count this as pale gold? I don't know. So yeah, these are the shimmers, kind of like side by side. They're so pretty. And then here you have the matte shades. And I think I mostly love yellow mattes, as I said. I really like these super vibrant mattes and these kind of orangey yellows. And then I love really these like punchy, super vibrant pastel shades. And from shimmers, I do like this shade a lot. Then I do like this a lot. This, like both of these from the, I think this was from the Trick or Treat palette. And I do like this iridescent one, and the Millenario shade from Micka Beauty Shop, and this like really, really soft glitter from the Pokemon palette. So I think this is everything. Let me know which one of these shades was your favorite. As you can see, I don't have super a lot of yellows in my collection, but I have kind of everything I need. I mean, yellow is one of those colors that you don't get in a lot of depth, unlike other shades. Like, for example, purple, you can have like pastel purple to like pretty much like black purple, but with yellow, once it gets deeper, it becomes like brown or something, right? So you can't really, there's not that much depth in that shade because like it doesn't exist. It's no longer yellow afterwards. So yeah, but I do like yellow, and I love using it, especially as like inner corner poppy shade whenever I'm doing like a purple look, blue look, green look. I love using like yellow, orange, and red in a look, or yellow, orange, and green, or yellow, orange, and brown. That's also my favorite combo. So yeah, I do love using yellow, but I usually only use it in the inner corner or the inner third of the eye, and sometimes also in the on the lower lash line. So that's kind of my preferred way of using yellows. But definitely let me know if you have like a full-on yellow palette, or which yellow palette is your favorite, and which yellow shade is your favorite. If you have singles or specific shades in any palettes, definitely write it down below, and let me know which what color should I do next. And with that being said, I hope you have a great day. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will be super happy to see you next time. So, bye!